Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where this is attempt number 3 to record this episode. I'll go into why a little bit later, but first off, I did want to say Season 1.5, in terms of the RogueTech servers, has officially ended. Season 2 will not be beginning until June 3rd, however there's no timing on when that season will officially launch, and so it's very possible that due to my schedule I will still be on Season 1.5 on June 3rd, or rather July 3rd, and we may have to switch over on July 4th. Just because of the scheduling timing. So that'll be okay, and we will switch over as soon as we can. There will be a poll going up for what faction we should ally with. So keep an eye out for that. That should, assuming I remember, already be up by the time you're watching this. Now, we're going to hop into the command center. We're going to do everything exactly as we did the other two times. The first time, we had the game soft lock. Is that mission no longer available? That mission is no longer available. Okay. So I guess we're not going to be doing the same mission. The first time the game soft-locked, and I was forced to Alt F4 and relaunch the game. The second time, it crashed. So maybe it's a good thing that that's not available. This is actually basically the same mission, except it's a different mission. It's the same pay and salvage and mission type. So we'll do this one and bump it up to here. This is what we did previously, except that it was Operation, like, Limitless Support, or something like that. We had no support. So, the mission name was a lie. Yeah, the vehicle's underweight. We're gonna give this a go. Hopefully, we don't have more issues. It should, in theory, be completely fine. But Season 1.5 was a very abbreviated season, and we knew that going in, that Season 1.5 was going to be short. It ended up being about 2.5 months. And yeah, that wasn't really enough time to get going, but at the same time, Season 2 is going to be a much longer season, and we should be able to get going in that one, absolutely. So we need to retrieve the SLDF technology and escape. Our operatives on Terra recovered a functional piece of SLDF technology, but before they could deliver it to us, they were captured by pirate forces. We need a team to assault the location where they're being held, recover the technology, and escape. So this is the exact same briefing that we had before, and the same op for, but it's a different mission name. So that's definitely interesting. And, of course, we knew going in that Season 1.5 was essentially a filler season. Okay, yep, we don't have any support. Perfect, and we can deploy a little bit closer than we were able to previously. The last time we got in here, our deployment area was like right up here, actually, was where it was. We can't deploy quite that close. We could move in here and make our way up to this cover. It's an option. I'm not sure how great of an option it is, but we'll go ahead and do this. Just kind of spread out like this. Okay, so let's see what we're up against. This will be different than it was last time. We only ever saw one unit last time. It was in this same location, actually. He was a Phase 22 mover, and he never moved.
Ready for action.
Okay. No hits on that Hunchy. Excellent. We're going to reserve until Phase 15. Ooh, a crosscut. Okay, that's going to be pretty easy to get through. One more reservation. There we go. The Marauder takes cover. Fires on the Gladiator, misses everything. That's what we wanted to see. Perfect. Okay, so who do we move right now? Our quick draw. Okay. We can sprint our quick draw up into cover. This is obstructed LOS, which isn't ideal, but we can then pot shot on this Marauder. Odds are pretty low.
Aye, aye. Engaging target.
And we didn't expect to hit. Excellent. So, next up, our Ghost is going to sprint up to here. We don't quite make it into the cover.
What do you need?
Our Hunchy is going to step back, actually. Right here. Let's take a look at our hit odds. 20% versus exactly the same. The AC2 has higher hit odds. And so I think we'll fire... Actually, if we hit this crosscut, it will do a lot. Our odds are low, but we'll give it a go. Solid.
What's up, boss?
Okay, our Hunchback 1G is absolutely going to sprint into cover here.
Confirmed.
We do have LOS. It's obstructed, but LOS on this Marauder.
Acknowledged.
No hit, but that's fine. Phase 12. Okay, we hear a vehicle out there with an LRM-5. That's not very frightening at all.
Commander.
So the Blackjack is going to position actually exactly where it's at. Do we go for the crosscut here? I feel like we do, and we Warlord this. Hit odds are the same, so yeah, go for it.
Got it.
Okay. Good armor reduction. I was hoping for a hit there. You know, we should have done that in direct LOS, most likely. We're going to move our Gladiator to here. Check these hit odds. Slightly better on the Marauder, so we'll go ahead and fire on him.
Good to go.
And we didn't expect a hit.
Negative.
Sounds great.
Yes,
Okay, the Veagle is going to... I don't really like the range here. The Veagle is going to position here. And... we are better off to go for the Marauder.
Fire.
A few hits there, but nothing huge. We didn't expect anything huge on those hit odds,
Yes,
in all honesty. The Shadowhawk is going to sprint up to here,
Got it.
and we're going to potshot the Marauder.
Confirmed.
No hits, but we didn't expect them at this point. You know what the unfortunate thing is about the season ending? This is going to guarantee us a Marauder
Commander.
that we're probably never going to get to use.
Moving to position.
Okay, so we see an Antique Drillson and an Orion. Oh, so we also get an Orion out of this. Okay. We'll fire on that crosscut. That's a hip destruction, making the crosscut unsteady. Unfortunately, it moves instantly. Okay. A little bit of damage to that Hunchy, but we don't care. And that barely moved. So we could fire like this on the crosscut. Do it. Nice hit.
That hit something good.
That's what we were looking for right there. The Marauder moves up. Well, that's unfortunate.
Down.
It's only the ER medium laser, though. That's not a big deal. So we're going to move up here with the Shadowhawk.
Confirmed.
And we're going to fire on that crosscut. I think we'll fire a Rocket 15 and a Rocket 10. This is, I think, likely a kill on the crosscut.
Acknowledged.
Not quite a kill.
Reporting critical hit. My SRMs are out.
Phase 16, the Orion moves up. Going for that 4x1 again. Sad. Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
The quick draw is going to close in up over... Honestly, I feel like this way.
Got it. No shooting.
What are the hit odds on this? 60%? Do it.
Acknowledged.
Good armor shred on the Marauder there.
Short-range missiles are out.
Indeed.
Standing by.
The Ghost is going to move up to here. And we're going to finish off the crosscut, I think. Right? Right. Finish up the crosscut, if you can.
Roger.
There we go. One dead crosscut.
Targets down.
Okay, the Drillson is going to move now. Going for the Ghost. That's perfect.
Standing by.
Next up, the 4x1. We're going to position back here.
Understood.
I'm going to Vigilance it, because I don't want them to continue to attack it. And we're going to fire on that Marauder.
Engaging target.
We didn't hit, but that's okay.
Negative damage.
Next up, the Veagle is going to advance to this position,
Consider it done.
and we're going to hit that Marauder as hard as we can in this side arc. I want to tag it first. We'll move that tag all the way up the priority, and do something like that. Not the best hits, but we did make it unsteady. The Gladiator can position here or potentially here, and that's what we'll do. These hit odds aren't great, but we'll try. Okay. That's fine.
Failed to connect.
Phase 19. The Orion moves up. Goes for the Shadowhawk. I feel like it might have hit the Marauder there with its autocannon. Did it? Maybe. It's hard to say.
I'm here.
I don't necessarily think that it did. We're going to move up to here with the Ghost, I think. Or perhaps here. Here is better.
Location confirmed.
We won't be in the rough terrain. And we're going to light up the Marauder and maybe stray shot the Orion. We'll see.
10-4.
Yep, there's a few stray shots there. This guy moves phase 17. I'd love to see a knockdown before then. So we're going to move up with our quick draw to this position.
I'll do what I can.
And we're going to try to knock this guy down. I don't think that's a knock... Well, no, that is a knockdown. Okay, we'll accept that. So phase 17, the Drillson now moves. Okay, we don't care about that.
Waiting for
Our
orders.
Blackjack is absolutely going to go for the Marauder here. There's no doubt about it. A fantastic hit there.
I'm here.
The 4x1 is going to also go for the Marauder.
Roger.
Light him up.
Roger.
Only hitting with the AC2. Sad. That's an Engine XL, though, so that Marauder is likely dead. Let's move this Hunchback up to here.
I copy.
Oh, that's rough terrain? I would have thought that was outside of the rough terrain, but okay. Go for the kill on that Marauder.
Engaging.
That was not helpful.
Commander?
The Shadowhawk 2C is going to move up to here.
Roger, Skipper. Kicking it.
We're not going to fire the tandem rockets here. I think we can kill this Marauder easily without it.
Taking the shot.
There we go. Marauder ejection. And the Veagle is going to step forward. We're probably going to have to avoid firing the ERPPC this round, but that's fine. Okay. The Orion is now unsteady.
Awaiting orders.
This Gladiator is going to close in as much as it can, which isn't a tremendous amount.
I believe 6 have respect.
That was really solid on the heavy PPC hits there. I like that a lot.
I'm here.
Okay, we're going to take the Ghost up to engage the Drillson, I think. But we'll position it here just in case the hit odds are substantially better. They're insubstantially better. Okay. We're going to fire Inferno rounds at the Drillson.
Roger that. Confirmed.
Okay. Decent chunks of damage to
I'm
it.
receiving you.
The Shadowhawk 2C is going to advance to here.
Copy that,
And
Commander.
this is likely going to be a knockdown on the Orion. Light him up. Excellent. That is indeed a knockdown. That's what we wanted to see. Phase 17, they are going to move their Drillson. And they're just going for the Ghost. Okay, sounds good to me. Our Hunchy is going to close in over here. And let's see, this would be this side that we'd want to go from. Do it. Okay, structure exposure there. And probably a kill. Yep, fantastic. The Drillson is down. And now we've just got the Orion to worry about. Are we too close to fire the arrow for? I think we can get away with it.
On it.
And indeed we could.
I think I hit something good.
Fantastic.
Aye, aye.
The 4X1 is going to fire on the Orion. I don't really care where we hit this, right?
Copy that.
Only 25 damage, but that's okay.
Yeah?
Our quick draw will close in over to here,
Understood.
and we're gonna light this guy on up.
Confirmed.
That's a lot of damage there. The Veagle is also going to close in,
Moving to position.
and we're gonna shred off quite a lot of armor. This is actually very likely a kill here. I'm gonna fire the bolt-on. No, I'm not, actually. I still think this is very likely a kill. Yep. Fantastic.
Target neutralized.
Okay, so now all we need to do is recover the location. Excellent. And we'll just do that. Fantastic.
On the move.
Okay, so the 4X1's going to need some repairs, but that's not the biggest of
way.
deals, to be sure.
Copy that.
The asset has been secured.
And there we go.
Ready for retrieval.
Wonderful. So, we should get an Orion and a Marauder part, and that should get us 2 additional heavies. I'm not sure if we'll be able to use those 2 additional heavies, but we'll see. So, we grab a Marauder part, and an Orion part, and then beyond that, maybe grab these ERPPCs and this Gauss rifle? Sure, that's what we'll do. Bolt-on Mortar 5, we've got one. LBX AC-10 is always nice to have around. Basic Cockpit Pass. An AC-2 FCS, interesting. Generic heat sinks, heavy industrial armor. A lot of this stuff we don't need. Okay, something along the lines of that. Now, getting these mechs online is going to be probably pretty spendy. With cash that we don't exactly have, but we need to get them underway immediately. If we want to have any hope of using them in the next 2 episodes that are likely to exist. So, there's that. Sure wish we would have run into the Orion and the Marauder a long time ago. That would have propelled us to go quite a lot further. It's a little challenging sometimes when you are on Lance difficulty, right? Okay, so that basically cost the entire amount that we made. But that's fine. We'll hop into the mech bay here. And we will hop into here. And let's take a look at the heavies here. We need... We could ready the MAD 3S, but we couldn't ready the BH2. You know what? That's acceptable. We'll do it. I was hoping to be able to ready the other one, but this one should be fine. So we'll go ahead and continue that, and we should have enough to enable one of these Orions, although apparently we can't convert between all 3 of these chassis types. Okay, that makes me sad. That makes me really sad that we can't convert those chassis types to make a functional mech out of. At any rate, we can get this Marauder good to go. So let's get that underway. How much is this going to cost? Probably quite a lot. This alone costs 500k. So let's hop out of here. And we're almost certainly going to want to do some component scrapping here. Or some storage scrapping, rather. So let's go into our mediums. Or actually, yeah, let's go into our mediums here. And take a look at scrapping maybe this Stormcrow. I mean, we're not going to use it at this point. We may have used it if the season wasn't ending. But at this point, we're extremely unlikely to use these. So we'll just scrap this until we've got, I don't know, maybe like 2 million. Same with these Dervish parts. Very unlikely to use them. Let's see. The Hellhound, that'll be another decent one to scrap. What else do we have in here? The Shadowcat 3 will be very expensive to scrap. I like it. Same with the Shadowhawk 2C. Well, actually, that one's not too expensive for being a clan mech. The Ares we can definitely scrap for a good chunk. Excellent. The light carrier as well. And the Hetzer. And the other Hetzer. There we go. And I'm also going to scrap the other light carrier here. Fantastic. You can stop spinning. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get this Marauder repaired then. I was really hopeful that we'd be able to get the Orion ready to go as well, but unfortunately we were not. This is a regular PPC that I'm going to remove off of here. We'll max this armor immediately, and we need a fusion core. By default, this has an engine core 300. Okay, we could put in a 225. How fast will that move? 3 and 4? That's pretty slow. We could go for a 360. That will use most of our tonnage unless we XL this. But maybe that's acceptable. That said, if this is intended to be long range, then we don't necessarily care too much about the movement, and we should go for the smaller engine core 225. So we'll do that. And maybe we'll XL this, maybe we won't. We're definitely going to use ferrofibrous armor. Do we have an endosteel structure for this? We actually don't have one on hand, which is slightly surprising. As far as heat sinks go, that's the cooling kits there. We just have generic heat sinks, so we're going to have to use standard heatsink cooling for now, which is not ideal at all for this. We could put in an engine heatsink +1, and that's definitely something that I'd like to do if we can. Let's see here. We can't. This engine isn't big enough. Sad. Okay. So, I do believe that having increased sensor range will be very good on this. So we'll put in clan sensors. A clan cockpit as well for the gunnery. And just an energy crit or energy accuracy. I think we're going to go for energy accuracy on this because this is going to be long range. And then we're going to use, I think, a pair of ER PPCs that we just salvaged. Like that. We have 18 tons to work with here. So, we could put in, say, a clan ER medium laser here. A pair of, I was going to say clan ER large lasers, but a pair of ER large lasers would be hilarious. This is going to be very heat impractical, right? But something like this would be ideal. This is a ludicrous amount of heat. There's no doubt about that. I don't think we have anything like an exchanger, although that would be really, really efficient here. I mean, there's a partial wing system that gives -9 heat per turn, but we're better off putting in heat sinks than that. Now, if we were to just switch over... How many free heat sinks do we require? We already have one free heat sink on here. And that's down here. Oh, and we have one non-free heatsink as well. Okay. So we can put on 5 heatsinks. We should probably consider putting in the Engine XL, although that's too expensive. So we'll not do that. For the clan heatsink kit, this isn't going to work. We're going to need a free heatsink that we don't have. So we're just going to have to pile on the regular heatsinks at this point. And we're going to need a lot of them. We're definitely going to want the coolant flush, I think. So we're going to put in... That goes in there. And it weighs a ton? Okay, I think I'd actually prefer a heatsink over the coolant flush because it's only the one use. Okay, so we'll put in heatsinks here and here. And here. And here. And we'll also put one in here. Actually, we'll move it over here. So, that means our heat efficiency is still in the absolute toilet. This is not shocking. because we aren't able to do clan heat sinks. If we were, this would be much more effective. We're going to drop the ER large lasers, and we're going to replace those with another pair of ER medium lasers. Like that. That will free up a lot of weight, while still doing almost as much damage, in theory. So that will give us an additional 8 heat sinks, and that's what we'll put in here. So we'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go, 6, 7, and 8, like that. This is still absolute crap in our heat efficiency. So it is. We may have to drop the ERPPCs. I think we do have to drop the ERPPCs here. And just run, like, pure ER medium lasers. I mean, they are pretty weight efficient. There's no doubt about that. But this is nowhere near as good of a loadout. We may have to do this until such a time as we have the heat sinks to do this another way. I mean, we don't currently have those, and we probably never will. This is a hilarious number of heat sinks, if I'm honest. We actually used up all of our heat sinks. And we have 2 tons remaining here. And our heat efficiency is still pretty bad. I don't know, maybe we should just hold off on this. Not get this guy readied just yet. Because, yikes. That's a definite yikes on that loadout. Or, I just had an idea. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this basically the same as it was. We're going to put in our engine core 225, which was this guy right here. And then, what if we did include the ERPPCs? Like so. Max out this armor. Put on the ferrofibrous armor. And then, after that, we put in, say, ER small lasers. To not have anywhere near the heat. These are essentially backup weapons here. It's not going to be fantastic, I can tell you that. But maybe this should be designed to get in a little bit closer. Can we get away with an Engine Core 360 in this without an XL? I don't think so. No. There's absolutely no way. So something like this, and then we would need to put on the heat sinks at this point. So we'll put in 2 heat sinks over here. Our heat efficiency is still absolute garbage. So we'll do something like this. Still absolute garbage. Man. We really need double heat sinks for this. It'll do for now, but it's awful. The only reason I'm making this ready right now in this state is because I know that we're going to end the season in 2 episodes. And I want to get this Marauder online to get there, hopefully. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.